Hi guys, I'm Chantel with Wildberry Studio, and today I've got a great big sew sampler box. Or no, I've got a great big Fat Quarter Shop box. So let's dive right into this and I'll show you what I got. All right, let's get this cut open. Now this had a couple of items that, I really needed to pick up to finish a project that I'm working on. I haven't been super motivated to quilt lately, but I have something that just has to get done. So we've got to get right into it. And it meant I had to order some things. First off, we've got our batting. And this is row size. This is actually for a baby quilt, but the baby quilt is slightly larger than the crib size. So I had to jump into throw size for that. Or maybe it was the same price for the throw and the baby quilt, or the throw and I think that's what it was. I don't think I even checked it. I think it was the same price. And I was like, well, I'm just going to get the larger batting and I will use my offcuts of batting to finish up or to, make bags or something. All right. And there's a pro tip for you. It's the same price, get the larger one. You can still use it even if you don't need it for that project. All right. Here we go. The big stuff. This is not for the baby quilt. This is my binding for my snail quilt for our family. And I'm super excited. I've got it all the way done except for doing the binding. And I just didn't have anything that would work for binding. So I had to order a yard of this. And I think it's beautiful. I really like this fabric a lot. Kind of wish I had it for something other than just the binding in that quilt. All right. And because stuff is always wrapped up in itself, this will be the binding for the baby quilt. And it is adorable. I think that's going to work perfectly. Let's see, it was I can't remember, it was like Snowfall or Snowflake or something like that was the pattern that I used for the quilt. And then I used some fabric that had like little rainbows or something because I thought that was appropriate for their miracle baby. All right, so that I think is all that's wrapped up right there. And this is going to be the backing of their quilt. It has some lovely little blue dots on it. And I don't know how well that's showing up on camera. There we go. I think you can see the blue dots now. But it's kind of like a off-white with blue dots. And I thought this would be great for the backing of the quilt. I don't know, there's just something special about having white on a baby quilt. Maybe not practical, but special. And then I got 4 yards of this Moda muslin. And you tell me, I'm kind of torn on this because this is the color that I wanted. And it's kind of speckly like how you would expect muslin to be. But I thought it was strange because when I went to look up the Bella solids, they have all these different colors. And then when you try to go to, what was the name of this particular? I know it was muslin was in the name. It is just unbleached. Okay, so when I looked up unbleached, all I could find was muslin as an option. Same price as their regular quilting cotton, their regular solids, but it kind of threw me off a little bit that it had muslin in the name. I think it still feels about the same. Oh my gosh, look at this. I got marker on my finger from the box. Let's keep it off the fabric, hopefully. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys shy away from it when you see that where it says muslin in the name for something that you would want to be using as a background fabric on your quilt? Because that's really what this is that I got it for, was to be a background fabric. But the reviews on it seemed to, consider it as if it would just be a regular option for a solid background. And that's kind of how it was presented, other than just having the word muslin in the name. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. All right. Last, but definitely not least, I have had my eye on this for a while, and I love Elizabeth Hartman. At least her designs, anyways. I've still never put together one of her quilts. How bad is that? Oh gosh, I really hope that they're easy to put together, because I don't mind complicated as long as it's, I don't know, that sounds counterintuitive, contradictory. I don't mind it being complex, but I don't want it to be difficult, you know, un unintuitive. What would be the word for that? But anyways, yeah, I hope I like her patterns, like actually putting them together, because I certainly have enough of them at this point. And I really need to just bite the bullet and jump in and pick one to do, because otherwise I just keep collecting them. And goodness gracious, this is one thick monster. I mean, this is not a pattern. This is a pattern book at this point. But I kind of figured that's cool anyways, because, you could use any of these to put together a quilt of just that specific fruit, or, a combination of fruit that you prefer. Maybe pick your favorite fruits to put together. And thinking about this now, I already have that pattern book from Fig Tree and Co. that has fruit. So maybe I didn't need this, but I think there's some in here that are not in that one. So, I'm just going to keep collecting the fruit patterns until finally I get around to making a fruit quilt. Or it makes itself. Like, maybe if I get enough of them, the patterns will just build themselves. That's how that works, right? Oh gosh. All right, back to my face. All right, guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys again next time. Bye.